Hey, today I will show you how to use Docker to set up Postgres and a PG admin in just minutes. It's a super easy and beginner-friendly way to do this. Um, if you have used Docker or not, it doesn't matter. You can just follow along and you will learn a bit, one or two things about Docker. So basically what we want to do is we want to fetch two images from the Docker Hub, which are the PG admin and the the PostgreSQL database. And we will set up a volume. So when we shut down the container, we don't lose our data. And once we're finished, the only thing you have to do is press that start button here, and then you will have a fully working database on your computer. And that container, you can take it to your friends or other to a laptop, and it will work just the same. So you don't have to download the database and the program on your machine. You will just boot it from the container in the Docker desktop or command line if you're pro. All right, so what I have done is I've created a folder, just called it some application, and we will set up the Docker Compose YAML file, and I will try to explain through this. So this file is just for it's like a instruction. We're giving instructions for what it must do, and once we create it, it will show up here. So just follow along. The first thing we do is we want to create services, and we need two services, and that is the Postgres, the database, and yeah, you see intelligence or whatever is giving me some data here, and yeah, the Postgres user, it can be the same as this. Yeah, we can leave it at that. The volumes, that's the path to the volumes. We will leave that for now. And then we can do the PG admin service, and again it's giving me, let's see if it's correct. Yes, it's 4. The ports is also fine. This could be anything, and also this one, by the way, this could be anything. Let's put a admin at admin.com or something here. PG, yeah, admin123. So this is for the PG admin. If you don't know what PG admin is, I will show you in a bit. Let's just set up um, the oh, I already did. Okay, let's set up the Docker, and then I will show you. So one thing we would need is we need to yeah, correct. We need to depend on this service. So if this service is not working or running, we don't have to run this because this is the important one. It's the database. Um, and what we also need is to set the volumes. So the volumes is, let's call it data or something. Yeah, like that. And we would also need to set the Postgres data here. So like uh, uh, like that, I believe. Like that. So that's the correct path to the PostgreSQL data volumes. I'm just looking over if this is correct, and it does look correct to me. So let's just try to run this. So yet we don't have anything here. So what do we want to do is we want to go to the terminal. We make sure we're in the same path as the Docker Compose, and just follow along and say the same command as me, docker-compose. And then um, let's just put this tag here. This will allow you to change the name of the parent container. because these two containers are gonna be inside of another, like a parent container. I'll show you in a second. And if you don't put this, it will take the name of the application. So I will just call it another application just to show you what I mean. So let's do that and say up at the end. Click enter, and you see it's running some matrix stuff here. And once it's ready, it will run. All right, awesome. Since I said up, it will run it. So if I open Docker now, oh, you see another application. It's running. And then when I take this drop down menu, you see Postgres 1 and pgadmin 1. This is the database container, and this is the pgadmin. pgadmin is to be able to view the data and edit in the database. And another application, as you see, that's the p tag I was talking about. If you didn't put that there, the name here would be some application instead. It was just something I wanted to show you guys. So let's just check if the volume is here. Yeah, awesome. You see here another application, Postgres data. And then if we let's open the pgadmin and see what we can find. When you open pgadmin, you will see this. You see it's running on localhost 5050. And what's the login here? I forgot. Yeah, it's admin. Okay. So let's just log in here. I'll show you how to admin. Was it admin? Yeah. I'll show you how to set this up. Once we logged in, we don't have any databases or servers connected, and our server is this one. That's the one we're running the database on. So we would have to connect to it, right? And you can call this whatever you want. That's just the name, but you should actually put a proper name. And this part right here is really important. This is how you connect to the server or container in this case. So what's the host name here? The host name here is the where is it? The container name. Did I set it? No, I didn't set it. So I would have to set it. Let's set this here and call this Postgres container. Or not. Since we didn't, the Docker automatically did it for us. So let's just use this one. It's the actual name to the server. So we would say Postgres 1 and make sure the port is 5453. But by the way, if you wanted to set the name, you could. I highly recommend you to do set the container name to be the name you want. So blah blah blah, blah. And you would have to do that before you run the program, the command line. Anyways, let's go back. The password here was admin123. No, it wasn't. It was Postgres. So we have to change and make sure it's the same. If we click save now, do we connect to the correct one? Yeah, unable to connect. Something is wrong. So Postgres. It didn't like it. I don't know why. So this is good. Us failing to make it work is a good thing because then we can see how we can solve it together. Let's put I don't know, something like that. Yeah, let's say Docker compose.build, and then we can run it again, I guess. Error. is already used. Did we not stop it? All right, let's call this Postgres container, or let's call it database container. Yeah, let's call it database container. Compose up. Let's see, some application. You see, I didn't run it. Now it's running as a another name. We can delete that other one. Let's see if we can log in here. Leave that one because we closed it. And admin, let's do that again. Let's add a server. I don't know why this is popping up. Some name. And done. We did call it database container. And the username was Postgres, wasn't it? There we go. So we have connected to our database. We see we have a database here. We can create a database and call it, I don't know, my database. And in here we can, I don't know, let's run a query tool and create a table called users or something. And we can say name is a varchar, I don't know, 50, and age is a integer. Let's do that, see what happens. Awesome. Let's check if it's working. Schemas, tables, users, right here. So view all rows, name, age. Awesome. We don't have any rows because we haven't done anything yet, but as you see, we have a database up and running in just minutes. And I've done some errors while we've been doing this. What I noticed is the mistake we made was we didn't set the container name, and that's really important. But no YouTuber is perfect. Everybody does mistakes, and I think mistakes is the way you learn. So yeah, that's how you actually run a Docker Compose. And next time you turn on your computer, you can just boot this up, and then you can like click on this one, log in. It will remember your users, the table you created. It will also remember the connection. You don't have to put the connection again. That was just a one-time thing. Now you have a fully running database. And this database you can take out, and you can also put it on other machines. I mean, the container. You can send it to your friend or whatever, and they can run this, and they will have the same container as you. So this is awesome. Yeah. So I hope you learned something, and if please let me know if you if you have any suggestions or whatever. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a nice one.